In the frozen skies above the Yalu River during the Korean War, a mathematical anomaly was taking place. American F-86 Sabres were engaging Soviet-built MiG-15s in high-stakes dogfights. On paper, the MiG was the superior machine. It climbed faster, turned tighter, and had a higher ceiling. Yet the American pilots were achieving a kill ratio of 10 to 1. How does the slower, heavier underdog defeat the superior Titan? The answer didn't lie in the wings, it lay in the mind of a man named John Boyd. Boyd, a fighter pilot nicknamed 42nd Boyd for his lightning-fast reflex, realized that conflict isn't a static contest of force, it is a time-based cycle of learning. He codified this rhythm into a framework that would revolutionize strategy from the cockpit to the boardroom, the OODA Loop. Observe, orient, decide, act. But to treat this as a simple checklist is to fundamentally misunderstand its power. It is not a to-do list, it is a metabolic rate for survival. Let's break down the anatomy. Phase 1 is observe. This is raw data collection. You are scanning the environment, recognizing unfolding patterns in the chaos. Phase 2 is orient. Boyd considered this the big machine of the loop, the most critical step where battles are won or lost before a shot is fired. Orientation is the filter. You take that raw observation and run it through your genetic heritage, your culture, and your past experiences to create a mental model of reality. If your orientation is flawed, if you rely on outdated beliefs, you are navigating a new city with an old map. You are hallucinating. Phase 3 is decide. This is the hypothesis stage. Based on your model, you strip away the impossible and commit to a specific path. Phase 4 is act, the test. You physically implement the decision. But here is the secret. The moment you act, you change the environment. Your action creates new data. This triggers the loop to restart immediately. You must now observe the results of your action. Now imagine a second timeline running parallel to yours. This is your opponent. They have a loop too. The goal is not just to cycle, but to cycle faster. If you can move through observe, orient, decide, and act while your opponent is still stuck on orient, you become a time traveler relative to them. You act, they observe it, but by the time they process it, you have already acted again. You are feeding them data from the past. Boyd called this getting inside their loop. The opponent becomes paralyzed. They aren't defeated by force, they are defeated by their own confusion. This is why the F-86 won. It had hydraulic controls that allowed it to transition, to act, fractions of a second faster than the manual MiG. It wasn't faster in a straight line, it was faster in a cycle. The OODA Loop challenges the fallacy that we can wait for perfect information. In a shifting world, standing still is the greatest risk. To survive, we must treat our beliefs not as statues made of stone, but as software that requires constant updating. So the next time you face a crisis, don't just react, engage the loop, observe the chaos, orient to the new reality, and move faster than the storm.